Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hello everybody and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to make your own custom animations for your game. This includes walking animations, like ideal jump animations. You could do sit animations. You could basically do everything custom for your game with custom animations. Now this requires no scripting. It's pretty easy to follow. Just one thing you need to know before we get started is that if your game is R6, then go to game settings and go to avatar and change it to R6, which I'm going to be doing this in R6. So, and if you're doing this in R15, then you really don't have to change anything. Just make sure it's in R15. So, yeah, if you're going to follow this, make sure that it cannot work if you do it in R15 first. You cannot go do it in R6. It has to be either R6 or R15. So what we're gonna do, we're only doing for this video, we're only doing walk animation, ideal animation, sword animation, like sword hold. So what we need to do first is actually press play. And basically what we're doing is we're going to take a script from our character and then copy it, basically. So just give it a second. And we're in the game. And I'm doing this in R6 if you don't already know. So we go to workspace, go to explore. Make sure you have explore on. If you don't see it, go to view and then just click explore and then go to explore. Now, as you can see, look, Lala-2 is right here. I just clicked my character. If we go down here and we scroll, you see we have animate right here under our character. So all we have to do is you can either do Control C or you could copy. I usually just do Control C. Now, once we do that, we can stop and we can exit from here. And now what we want to do is go to Starter Player, go to Starter Character Scripts, right click, and press Paste Into. And now it's in here and we have this. So as you can see here, we have climb animations, fall animations, ideal, jump, run, sit, tool. And when it says tool none, it's just like the tool hold animation. Like the animation of you holding the tool, and you have the walk animation. But okay, so before we get to the other part, make sure you have your animations. Here I have walk, ideal, and sword already here. So the first one we're going to do is walk animation. And I'll probably leave the animations I did for this in the description of the video so you could get them. And actually all you need to do is go here and copy the numbers. All you need to do is copy the numbers. You don't need to copy the whole Roblox ID. All you need to do is just copy the numbers. So once you're copied the numbers, go down here, back to it, animate, and as you can see we have this. And now all we have to do is Control V, or you could just paste. And bam, we have it in here. But we need to do something else. It doesn't work for all of them. I mean, for it's not here for everything. But if for this to work, you need to go into the local script and you need to go to walk equal, and then you need to go to the ID, the walk ID right here. You need to delete the one that's already here. Press Control V, or you could paste it and then move it back into the line. Oh, too much right there. And so now we have our walk animation in there. And just to make sure that I'm not joking right now and that this actually works, we're going to play and enter. We're going to enter the game. So let's press play. Alright, it's loaded. 1 second. Give it a sec. Okay, and we're in. And look, as you can see, we have our own walk animation in here. Right now, we have our own walking animation in here. And it works. It works 100%. We have our own walking animation right now. And this is super useful if you're trying to make a game that has a certain aesthetic or style and you want your own custom animations to it. This is very useful. So now we have our own walking animation in the game. And so now for the next ones that we want to do is actually so we have over here, if we just go to animations, we have the walking animation, and then we have the ideal one right here, and I think I'm just gonna do the ideal animation next. So we have the ideal. So I'm just gonna go over here and copy the numbers. Control C. Remember to only copy the numbers and then paste it into. It's easier to do it that way. So we have our ideal that we want. So we're just going to go over here, down animate, and we're going to go to ideal. And with ideal, there's two. You could do two, but I just do one, like for both of them, because I just find it, there's no real point to do two. I don't usually use two. You could do two if you want to, though. And then, bam. So now we have both of them in there. And so now what we need to do is go into local script, go to ideal, and we want to paste it in both. So just delete these numbers, Control V, go over here, delete these numbers, Control V, and now push it back to the line. Push it back to its line. And bam. And now for the next one, we have the tool animation. We have the sword animation, which is a tool animation, which is the tool animation. So don't get it confused. The sword animation that I did is just a tool animation. You just hold. So we're gonna go ahead and copy the numbers, Control C, or you could just do copy. Go over here to tool none. It's tool none. The tool animation is tool none. Go over here to properties, Control V. And now we need to go to animate. Go down here to tool none. And just telling you this, you could do custom animations for everything that's down here. So tool none. And we're going to go over here. ID, Control V, on tool none, and then we just use space to bring it back. And then bam, it's there. So now we have all of our animations in. So now what we need to do is, if you have a tool, I'm gonna just use this sword I made in Blender right here. You could use whatever you want. And now we're bringing it in here into starter pack, and our tools in starter pack. And so now what we need to do is press play. This is gonna take a sec. Um, okay, we're in turn. Alright. And as you can see right off the bat, our custom ideal animation is in here, like this. We have our walk animation, and now we have our own tool animation into the game, like this. Our own tool animation is now here. There's no slash to it. I haven't scripted it. But now, as you can see, we have our own tool animation in here. We have our own ideal animation in here. We have our own walk animation in here. And now, when you have a tool and you walk, it works well. It works very well. Like this. Just like this. And now, our game is like unique. We don't have to use the default ones. And so that's all for this tutorial, and I'll see you later. Bye.